Love is a two-way street constantly under construction by Carol Bryant. Namaskar, I am Smita Mittal, your family and relationship coach. I have come in front of you after a long sabbatical and I'm so happy to be back and I'm so humbled and honored that you remembered me and you asked me to make more videos. I am so happy and I hope that this love and affection I'll continue to receive and I'll continue to make more and more videos. You people are my inspiration. Thank you so very much again. Today's quote is, love is a two-way street constantly under construction. And this quote does not apply to the romantic relationships only. It applies to all the relationships in our lives. Because all our relationships, whether they are with family, with friends, colleagues, life partner, children, parents, all the relationships are based on the love that is there in that relationship. Because love is the first thing that brings us together, that connects us. Love is constant. It should be constant, but it is not always so. And in any relationship, love is not the only factor on which the relationship survives. Love, yes, brings us together. It is the first thing that brings us together. But then after that, it is compassion, it is tolerance and time that develops and supports and brings the relationship alive. And we have to use these four pillars all the time. We have to practice them. And it should come naturally. With practice, we become pretty natural with it, and it comes in all the relationships. There are some people who are so natural, whose love is so constantly flowing that, all their relationships last very long. It reminds me of my sister-in-law. She is settled in America for last 42 years. And, she amazes me. I am in awe of her. She has two daughters, and every year it is customary for her to have a huge Thanksgiving party. And you'll be surprised to know that till today, as late, as last year, the nursery teacher of her eldest daughter was the part of Thanksgiving. Every year she comes. It speaks volumes about her. How she is able to maintain those relationships. You don't have to use many words to introduce such people. On the other hand, there are some of us who are always coming home with different sets of friends. And when you ask and inquire about how is your that friend doing? So we don't know, we just drifted apart. Don't forget that with every relationship, and in every relationship, there is part of you that is invested in that. You are the only connecting factor and common factor in all the relationships. In the life, whosoever is there with you is only because of you, for whatever reason. The reasons may be different, may be official, may be personal, may be emotional, may be social, but the constant factor in all the relationship is you. And so your relationships speak a lot about you. In every relationship, part of you gets reflected. Your relationship with your parents reflect one side, caring side of you. Your relationship with your children reflect one side of you. Your friends reflect one side of your personality, and your relationship with your life partner reflects another side of your personality. So all our relationships are reflecting our personality only. So how can you take them so lightly? How can you let them go? We can't let go part of us. We should work on the relationship. You be careful, be vigilant who's coming in your life, why that person is coming into your life, what you want from that relationship, how much you are willing to work for that relationship. Once that is clear, then all the rest will be very easy for you. Every relationship has 4 pillars: love, obviously, compassion, tolerance, and time. For every relationship, you have to be giving, you have to be loving. Love is only giving. Giving, I don't mean materialistic things. When I say love is giving, you give yourself, you give your time, you give your emotion, you give your energy. And these are the most precious things that you can give in any relationship. All these gifts and all are secondary, people use them, become happy, they receive them, they become happy, and then they put them aside. They don't form the memory. The memories are formed by your time that you give them, by the emotions that you give, by the looks you give, by the touch you provide, and the timely responses you give in that relationship. That is love and that is giving. Another motivating factor is compassion. When you are compassionate, love comes easily. You don't have to, try to find love. When you are compassionate, you're sensitive, your ability to empathize with the person improves, and that helps in having a good relationship. The third factor is tolerance. Yes, it is not easy, but it is a very, very important pillar of any relationship. So many times what happens, we expect tolerance from others, but when our turn comes, we just are not tolerant enough. We expect others to understand us, but we fail to understand others. We don't exercise tolerance at the same way that we expect from others. We have to be tolerant in relationships. Like sometimes, our mood is not good. The same applies to other also. Others may also be, under some pressure. They may be feeling upset or anger on something else, and that you, by mistake or just by chance, they meet you at that time, and all those emotions come out in front of you. They may not be pointed towards you, but you face them, you see them, you receive them. So just learn to be tolerant. Just ask the person, why are you so upset? Are you upset with me or you are upset with the circumstances? And that will sort out a lot of problems. And the fourth pillar is time. You have to give time to every relationship, because there are people who don't open up immediately. There are people who are extrovert and they will just open up very easily, but there are some people who take time to understand, who take time to gain confidence, who take time to share their confidence with other people. So these are the 4 pillars of any relationship on which it stands. And the vessel with which you can communicate all these things, all these 4 emotions, is communication. You have to communicate all these feelings, not only verbally, but by your looks, expressions, gestures. They speak volumes. It is not possible not to communicate. All the time we are communicating. We just have to be little careful what we are communicating. Sometimes, what is in our subconscious comes out without our realizing. We don't want to, we don't mean to, but yes, it comes out. So be little cautious what you are communicating, because if if you are communicating, what your feelings and your communication is not matching, the other person will be confused. That person will wonder, what is happening? This person is saying something but is meaning something else. What should I take from this communication? So, to avoid this kind of confusion, be very clear in your communication. Yes, communication is something that you have to practice. For this, there is no shortcut. There are some people who always end up using wrong words, or the wrong tone or the wrong gestures. They mean to say something, they are, in their heart they don't mean what they are saying, but they ended up saying something absolutely wrong for the occasion, for the situation. So don't be one of them. If by mistake you have said something like that, you are finding yourself in that kind of situation, don't hesitate in apologizing. Correct the mistake immediately. Said, oh, sorry, I didn't want to say it like this, it came out like this. Just apologize. People normally are large-hearted. They do pardon you. They do accept apologies. So don't hesitate in that. I hope all these tips will help you in giving your relationships the life and the strength that you are looking for. I wish you the very best. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. And if you have any question, don't hesitate. Please write it in the comment box and I'll immediately try to get back to you. Thank you so very much. Namaskar.